I'm really proud of our team for finding a way to win when we weren't at our best. And we weren't at our best because of North Alabama. I thought that they played really, really hard, and they pressured us. And we had to work harder offensively to get into stuff. And that's the first time, we faced pressure like that. And I thought that threw us off. We weren't as connected. And I thought it threw us off with finishing. Even though we were able to get to the basket, I thought we left a lot of points on the board, especially in that first half. But I'm proud of our guys for finding a way to win. We faced a different type of adversity than we faced all season. And it's because we played against a team that was incredibly well coached. And those kids really, really played hard. And they put us in a position where we had to dig deep and be able to make some plays down the stretch in order to secure a victory. We stepped up and made free throws. We got to stop at the end when we needed it. Great awareness by Wilson Frame to get out and to fly at the shooter right there. And then to knock in a free throw at the end, to make it a two-possession game was big time for us. Xavier was really good. We put the ball in his hands, and he was able to make plays. I thought we attacked the zone well. Again, really proud of our guys to be able to fight through adversity and to win.
Jeff, with being your all's third game in 5 days, your second game in a 48-hour period there, how much of some of those missed shots at the rim do you think were maybe a product of fatigue or maybe?
I think some of it could be that, but I do think a big part of it was them. North Alabama. They fought. I knew they were a good team, and watching them, they were right there with St. Louis at St. Louis. I knew they'd be ready to play. I knew they'd be ready to compete. I've known Tony for a while. He's a really good coach, really good guy. And in watching them on tape, those guys have played hard. And, especially, they played in a game like at St. Louis. So they played in an environment that was really good and against a team that's physical and things like that. And they were right there with them. So I knew they'd be confident coming into that. I also knew that this was the end of an energy cycle for us. You mentioned our third game in 5 days, less than 48 hours from when we played the other night, a different time, from what we've been used to playing. And so when you add those elements against a team that's hungry and that's confident, we were in the position I think we were because of all of those things, and that's why I'm proud of our guys for figuring out a way to win.
You mentioned Xavier. This was the first time you had a game situation where it's a 1 or 2 possession game. Clock's coming down. How did you feel like he responded to the pressure of that situation, with especially handling the ball?
I felt like he responded very well, especially on the offensive end. He made the right reads and ball screens. When they went zone, he made the right reads. He was able to get fouled. He was able to step up and make plays. Defensively, he's got to do a better job. That kid had hit 4 threes. We can't leave him right there. That was a big-time shot by number 11 for them. He played really, really well, Smith, throughout the game. But again, X was really, really good for us. Aldis made some plays. We stepped up and made some free throws. We were finally able to chase down a rebound. Again, we did some really good things.
Early in the second half, I think Kenny had looked like an easy layup, but he passed to can't remember who it was.
Tony.
Is that the kind of thing you're looking for?
Well, that's the way we've been, and for whatever reason, we didn't do that, especially in the first half. For whatever reason, we did not do that, and that's what I mean when we weren't as connected as we have been. If you look at the last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, have a team, especially a team that has a lot of inexperience like we do, anything can throw them off. So in the first half, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we missed 14 layups. Like right there at the basket, we missed a lot of shots. And so that could, make you put pressure on yourself. Well, I have to do it. Or someone thinks, well, I have to do it. And the thing we've talked about is that it can never be I. It has to be our. It has to be us. Plural pronouns. That's the way our program has to be. And I thought we got back to that a little bit more in the second half. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we had 7 assists in the second half. I think we had 3 at halftime, and I think we had 7 in the second half, which is good.
As difficult as the this game was, Jeff. You know, it was tightly contested, hard fought as it was. How much, you know, and you had talked about it a couple of days ago, how much do you think a game like this could potentially help you guys, in a couple months here when you're right in the middle of ACC play, and you maybe have to do something similar to what you did today?
I think it helps us right away. I mean, not just for ACC play, but probably next Wednesday. You know, the game after that, whenever that, I'm not even sure what it is. But I think it helps us right away. And this is a great learning experience for us because it's a situation that we have not been in and that you can't simulate in practice. You can try to, but you can't simulate because in practice you don't have people here. You don't have officials here every day. You don't have the type of game pressure that we actually experience, you know, live in real time today. And so it's a lot of things that we can learn from this, and, you know, we look forward to doing that.
Kind of looking forward here, Jeff, with the St. Louis game on Wednesday. I think that was on the books before you got here, but
No.
Oh, okay, after. How much are you guys, or will it be an emphasis, or will it be something that you'll try to do in coming years here, given this program's ties to New York, where you guys will maybe try to play a game up there?
Yeah, I'd love to do it. I'd love to play a game every year up there. I'd love to play a game against an old Big East team every year. That's something that I would love to do, and something that we'll look to do up in New York every year.